Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is September 23rd, 2023, and this is my weekly market review, where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000 on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation. Just a quick look at the market and see what happened in the last week and what's my expectation for the next few weeks. And again, if you're interested in trading, please contact me or contact us here at Right Side Trading, and I'll see what we can do for you. Also, check with your if I didn't say it before, check with your financial advisor and your significant other first before endeavoring in the trading. Let's jump right into the charts and see what's happening here. The Russell has dipped below on the monthly, has dipped below the 10 or the 9. So it is in a technical bearish market. So that's that's the key thing that's happening here. But let's maximize these charts and zoom on in a little bit and take a look at all these things and see what's going on. Here on the quarterly chart, we are definitely red. We passed 2 months. Since this quarter, we have push down, push down, push down. We got to the top of my zone, push down. We got here to my midpoint. We pushed down, and will we continue pushing down, for the rest of this month? And I think it's probably October, November, and I guess at the end of this month, it's maybe the end of the quarter. We got at the end of this quarter. We'll see what's going to happen and see if we start getting a reversal next month. But we definitely are in a technical bear market at this time, and on these yearly pivots, we're below pivot. We'll stand below pivot. One of my rules for my longer term type trading stuff that I do, and when I'm using trading around pivots. All right, let's take a quick look at the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, as I have said plenty of times before, if you've been listening to me and following to me, how the Russell like going sideways. It went sideways 1 year before me, in a tighter range that it is doing right now, and that's why I have it set with these different levels and stuff. And it's doing the same thing. The thing is, this year it's a wider range, which I don't like. I like the tight range that it did before, and volatility stayed pretty reasonable before, and volatility is getting back up. No, volatility wasn't that crazy, because I remember I had one trade that went against me, kind of scared me, and I ended up moving. Then it actually worked, came back down, but it wasn't making that much money. So when volatility did pop, it looked really crazy. And right now we're about getting ready to get down. We're kind of wondering, is this market going to drop below 1700? And it did. It's closed below 1800 this past week. And we can see here on the monthly chart, we are below 1800. We're getting 2 red months, and really not expecting a bounce. I'm not really expecting a bounce until next month, really, because we only have 1 more week in this month and all. So I'm looking for the market to come down here, actually easily another 25 points. Anything can happen though, but we can see here how the market usually comes down here in this area in reverse. It's really dropped quite a bit on this green candle that had pushed this thing back up and give us that little bit of a breakout to these tops and all, but now we're back down here at the bottom. But that's typical Russell. The Russell goes in these sideways patterns, and it goes from top to bottom. It does it so often. It's been easy trading for some to trade it to the downside and trade it to the upside to make good money. Put it that way. I just put it that way. And that's what I'm seeing here. You can see it on the monthly chart. And it's just, you got to have patience. Something that, I'm still kind of working on. I just leave it at that and all. But as we can see, you can see these weeks where the Russell has climbed and the Russell has dropped. The Russell has climbed, the Russell has dropped. The Russell has climbed, the Russell has dropped. The Russell kind of based, and then the Russell climbed. The Russell drops, and it's still, and looking at the Russell here on this weekly chart, we can see that the stochastic is not all the way to the bottom yet, it's not quite there yet. So again, that's why I'm saying we can easily another week, the Russell can continue dropping and get pretty close to the 1700. Will it break 1700? I don't know, but it's definitely more so on a downward slip happen this week. We were kind of looking in and expecting, would it stay above this level right here? Really stay above 1800, and was it going to bounce right here? And it didn't. We ended up with a fairly large weekly candle here, and this thing slid down here. So it can slide a little bit more, before it starts back on its way back up. If it continues in the pattern that it's done in the past years, past few months. So let's see if it continues that pattern. All right, let's take a quick look at the daily noise and wrap this on up. On the daily noise, what kind of really got us, like you say, let me zoom right on in here right now where you can see this. This is what was going on. We saw the market was dropping, slowed a little bit down this day, and we didn't expect this right here, this date right here. This was my midline. I was thinking, will it bounce here this time? But when I make them thin like this, I know this is not a strong area, and I know it can break that area. And it did. My stronger area is way down here when I use the bigger dash line. The light dash line, okay, it's going into a range where I expect it to get in here, but I know it can drop all the way down here. And it still can drop below this. And as we can see on the daily chart, how the stochastic can actually, coming down, it acted like it wanted to pull back up and it ended up even dropping more. With that day right there, the way it dropped caused this thing probably back here to actually end up swinging down even more. Now you just got to kind of like wait for the stochastic to actually come back up to the upside before you even think about going long if you're not long at this time. Can you continue short? Yes, we do know. As you can see, that stochastic can stay down here at this bottom and actually go long and go lower, and this market can keep going lower with the stochastic down here at the bottom. That's why you need more than just this one indicator. I showed this one indicator because it's a pretty good indicator to let you know when you're at a top or a bottom, but it's not the only indicator that I'm using, just to let you know that. And that's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week though still, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.